Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Mike Sneed coming to you live and direct. I don't know, for some reason, my little computer is lagging for some reason. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. Like I said, this is Old Fashioned Ice Cream Appliance Boot Camp, Facebook, YouTube, family, and friends. I'm coming real quick because it's late at night. I'm working right now, pretty much three jobs and I'm running, pulling some late nights, and I got to get up early in the morning. I got early morning start, and I have another late afternoon that I'll be working. So, like I told you, in the afternoons, I try to do about two service stops after I finish my other little jobs. And so, doing the same thing I tell you all to do with your appliance repair business. If you work in another job, to to do one or two stops in the afternoon or one or two stops in the morning before you get going. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm coming to you today. I'm going real quick into it 'cause I got a lot to do, and I need to go ahead and take a shower and get in the bed. But today, this afternoon, I was going to grab something to eat, and it's this business. I got to be careful. I was with a friend, and I was telling them, well, I got something to talk about tonight. And they were like, "You gonna go tell people business?" I said, "No, I don't tell people business. I don't tell who the people are." But people probably think I'm lying when I say I got friends or this happened. But it's all true stories. But this afternoon, I have I wouldn't say a close friend, but we're cordial business. We talk business quite a bit, and we pretty much we were in the same business for a while, the ice cream parlor business. Um, and like I said, I got to be kind of careful because everybody would know. But right now, at this point, I don't think they care that much for people knowing because they're pretty upset. So anyway, um, it starts off. Both of us had ice cream parlor business, and they decided they had built they had an ice cream parlor business that they built down in another city, and it was doing pretty good down there. And they decided that they were going to open up one closer to where I'm at, and they opened it up, and they took a little easier route with opening it up. They went to a place that's kind of like I gotta be careful, man. They went to this place where they have a bunch of different places you can walk in, kind of like at a mall where they have like a food court and stuff. So there it's pretty easy to get in and get going because they got everything there for you. So they expanded there. It was doing fairly well. Uh, and and later on we were talking, and they told me they done like hot dogs and stuff. And so I was telling them, hey, I got a building downtown Selma, no less than 2 minutes from here. Come put your hot dog stuff in there. And they decided, nah, they want to put it into another one of these little kiosks. And the hot dogs are pretty good. I go there quite a bit and eat them, and talk to them and stuff. And every time I go talk to them, I'd be like, man, when y'all ready to come downtown? No, I even told them one time even buy a building. I said you need to buy a building downtown Selma and move your hot dog and stuff there. And they were like, no, they wanted to keep it where they have it at. Well, what happened about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, uh, the place where they had the ice cream parlor, they just decided, hey, we don't want the ice cream parlor here anymore. They wanted to put another ice cream parlor in. So they pulled that from them, and they put another ice cream parlor in there. And so I go there, I meet the new person who's going to a new ice cream parlor that was going to be there. Spoke to her for 1 week, go back the next week, and she gone from out of there. So now there's no ice cream parlor there. Well, same thing. Uh, I tell them then, hey, I'm thinking about transitioning my school. This probably be the last year that I do the school there. I'm gonna have most of the stuff online. If you want, come on, let's retrofit the school, and you put your hot dog stuff and all this stuff in here. Nah, we're not interested. This right here is good. It's a good fit for us. Blah 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 blah. Well, anyway, I go in today, and before I can even walk into the building, they calling me over there. So I fixed it. I fixed stuff that's in that place. I thought they had something broken. So I go over because like I say, I do the repairs inside of it, and they're telling me that they gotta get out in less than 30 days now. They gotta get out by September the 14th. And I was like, what happened? They're like, we don't know. They just came, and it kind of like when you get laid off from a job, they just came and gave them a letter. And I read the letter, and it was just like getting. I'm not laughing at their situation because that's bad that happened. But they done it just like I was getting laid off from a job. They gave it to them, told them they had until September 14th to get the stuff, and they no longer needed their services there. And don't give it. They had a couple of the reasons in there, but they got laid off, and now they're scrambling to decide what they're going to do. Because what happened right before, because they had the ice cream parlor there and they had their hot dog stand in there. They closed their own. They closed the their ice cream parlor down in the other place, and was trying to focus just on the one there, running both things there. So now they don't have ice cream parlor anymore. Now they don't have the hot dog stand, and I don't know that deep in with them, but they got laid off. And getting laid off in a business is totally different than getting laid off from a job. To go and try to, if you haven't planned and anticipated moving that business and thinking you're going to go and just build out another restaurant or something, it don't work like that. You got to have some money, and it got to be really you got to be planned to do that. You see me still building out there on that little ice cream parlor in Rocky Mount. That's the good thing about it. I'm doing it with my own little money, so can't nobody tell me that I'm no longer wanted there. It's mine. But that's the thing that I was coming to you all to tell you about the way I teach the appliance boot camp and the way I teach the ice cream parlor, kettle corn, and all that. You can't get laid off. You don't have to worry about nobody laying you off. The appliance boot camp, you start off with the third party warranty companies, getting the experience. But once you get the experience, most of the time you lay them off because you get tired of dealing with the warranty company. You'd rather go straight COD. And once you go straight COD, you got your own customers. You can't quit. You see me, I'm back in uniform now because the customers won't let you quit. This is a job you in it. Once you're in it for life. They're not laying you off. They come and getting you. I gotta get to the shop either tomorrow or Wednesday. I got about let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got about 4 or 5 pieces of equipment that I got to get repaired this week and get it out my shop. Where people just brought it to me because I couldn't get there. They brought it to me to repair it. And this appliance repair field is recession proof. The worse it get, there's our business get better. Same thing with the ice cream. I found out ice cream is recession proof too. The worse that it get, more people want something to pick them up. Somebody, especially, they always show some girl get her heart broke. She get into bed with a big thing of ice cream and eat her sorrows away. So ice cream is one of those things too. In bad times and bad places, people jump in and actually buy it. So it's not something that I have felt the effects of a bad economy that people keep talking about. But like I say, get into this appliance repair. You don't need a bunch of stops to make it. All you need is 2. Matter of fact, I done 3 stops this afternoon. And those 3 stops this afternoon, 180, 196, it'd be another 2, about $600 that you get in about 2 to 3 hours. And it's not bad. I stay right within the Johnston County area, just running those couple of little stops. And it's great. I'm gonna read some of the stuff we got going here in the chat, and then I'm getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. All right. And for some reason, I don't know what's going on, but everything is just really super slow. Trying to get it to come up on the screen. Let's see if I can get that to come up. I don't know what's going on with this thing. Okay. All right, I'm going to read it. Paul Brown said, "What's up, Mike and ABC family?" Okay. All right. Okay, here they go. I don't know what's going on with it, but we'll see if we can get it. Okay, let's see if we can get it right here. See if this will work. I think it's okay. All right, here we go. Paul Brown. So what's up, Mike and ABC fam? Okay. Country Boy 87. So what's up, Mike and ABC fam? All right. CEO Jake. What CEO Jake says. What's happening, Mike and ABC fam? Okay. MacArthur Moore. And that's really why I'm coming live. I got to get back in the mix of doing this, getting everything back in order. MacArthur Moore. So what's up, Mike and ABC fam? Okay. My apps say my app says, "What's up, Mike?" And I say, "Hey, Mike and family." Okay, we got a question. All right. Let's see if we can put a quick question. Dealing with the warranty company. What if your repair doesn't work? What is my next step? Do I bill out for the repair still, or just the service call fee? Your repair gotta work. That doesn't sound right. If your repair doesn't work, then you diagnosed it wrong, and you got to go back out there and diagnose it again. So if you go out there and you made the wrong diagnosis, then you re-diagnose it again and order correct parts and get it fixed. You there to repair it. So that's one of the things that's why it's good about this business we're in, because it's going to force you to get it right. Because you find out quick if you got the answer to the question on the test correct. If you go there and the part that you thought was the wrong part doesn't fix the problem, then you gotta go out there and re-diagnose it and troubleshoot it and find out what it is. And you stick with it until you figure it out. And so that's what you do. You keep going back until you figure it out. On my apps. Let's see what my app's saying. My apps. Mike, are you going to add the Turbo Chef repair to the course before closing the school? I got another Turbo Chef that's in it. A Turbo Chef, believe it or not, it's not hard. It's a microwave. It's a microwave oven combo. That's all it is. And all it is 240 volts. Because it got two magnetrons in it. So if you look at a microwave, just look at it as if being two microwaves put together in one. Just look at it as an oven with two microwaves put inside of it. So you have a heater element. The heater element, you have two heater elements. You got one at the very bottom of it that gets hot, that's on the inside. Then you have a heater element at the very top of it. And then you got magnetrons. You got two magnetrons, two high voltage transformers, two high voltage capacitors. They're on two separate circuits. That's why they do it at 220 volts. And so that's all they do. They have the whatchamacallit, the heater element in the bottom to heat it up and toast it, get it toasted real quick. So it's about 900 degrees, 900 or 1,000 degrees inside the oven. So it set it on these little stones, like pizza stones, and you set it in there, and all it does, it grills it real. It just uh, get the bread and stuff like grilled real hard, real quick. But the microwave is actually doing the cooking of the food that's in there that you put in, and that's it. So it's very simple. It's not, if you know how to do just like any of these appliances. If you take the time to learn how they actually the functions, how all of them work. So once you know how to fix the oven, and you know how to fix the microwave, you can fix the turbo chefs. They're not hard at all. They heavy is all get out, and that's the only thing I hate about them, because they heavy, and inside these sandwich shops and all that, they always be stacking them on top of them, and the one that's broken is the one that's on the bottom. And so that's the only problem. I hate they heavy. You're gonna have a lift to get that thing off. One is always broke. Matter of fact, today I was with a friend, and they wanted to go a month or two ago. We went to they wanted to go to the Subway, so we went to the Subway. And when we got there, their turbo chef was broken, and then we got back there today. I told him, I said, the oven is broken, and they were like, no, it's not. I just came here 2 days ago, and it was good. I said, it's broken. I'm looking at it because I looked at it on the front of it. It'll tell you it's trying to preheat, and it'll tell you what the temperature is when it hasn't gotten up to like that 1,000 degrees. And I'm looking at it, I said, it's only like 100 some degrees. It ain't heating up. Yes, it is. It's good. And then they get up there, get ready to order their food. They tell them, well, we can't heat it. We can't do any hot sandwiches and stuff. And they looked at me, was like, you just. I told them, I told you it won't work. And from there, that's when we went to the other place, and that's when I found out my friend had got their spot had got terminated. But yeah, they always broken. And matter of fact, they told me, give them your card so that you can come back and you can come back and fix it, because I want my subs. I was like, nah, I ain't got time to do it. Matter of fact, I got one of my friends microwave at the place now. But they were like, you need to give them your card so you can come back and fix it. Okay. My apps. Let's see what they got. There's a woman near me who lost 2 ice cream shops after getting that hit by a car. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. That she got hit by a car and lost the stuff. Let's see what we got here. Says she's recovering. Oh wow, yeah, she's recovering, but nobody wanted to buy her out. Oh, sorry to hear that. Yeah, she's recovering. Nobody wanted to buy her out. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Matter of fact, my buddy, we done a lot of business together. He owned a appliance repair business over here in Raleigh, right down the street from where I'm at, and he's wanting to sell his, and he wanted to meet, and I was like, if he still had his building, I might would have been interested, but he sold his building, and all he got is his phone number he want to sell, and I was now, back in the days, yes, you could have sold your phone number and whatnot, because with the yellow pages and all that stuff, and phone numbers were so valuable back then. Yeah, you could have sold it, but now with the changing with Google and all that, if your number ain't working, it's just going to the next one. So and if you don't have clients that you can change off, or contracts you can change off quick, and somebody keep it running, it ain't really worth it. and all his stuff. It was nothing automated or anything. So I told him nah. All right. Man, my internet is slow for some reason. I don't know why. Okay. Let's see if we can get this. Mike Manuel say Mike. Let's see if I can get this right here. Those rent notes were no jokes. Yeah, it is. First of the month come quick, come real quick. Mike Manuel, American Home Shield offered me 150 a stop by the decline. Was that a good decision? 150 a stop? You mean per completed call or what? Normally, what we do $85 per hour, and we charge them 100. We charge them there go me an hour and a half to go out and diagnose, and an hour and a half to go out and repair. So it 3 hours and tend to be right at about $250 per completed stop. So that's what I teach. That's what I do. You'll never be the preferred vendor. Sound like to me they're trying to make you the preferred vendor. I don't want to be the preferred vendor. That means you the person they're gonna get the majority of the calls and take over the area. They can have that. I'm mainly a one-man shop. I had one or two techs back in the days, so it didn't take much for us to eat. So I don't mind not being the first in line and being the backup. It didn't matter to me. I had to be the biggest company in the area, but I wanted to be one of the most profitable ones, and that I was. And that's the way I still run my business to today. I don't care about being the huge and all that. I just want to be profitable and be comfortable where I operate at. Right now is a comfortable spot where I like to operate. Greg B said, "What's up, Mike and ABC?" All right. A man's advice. Let's see what a man's advice is saying. I've been saying high parts calls from text. Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. Apparently, fixing them is harder than it seems. That's why I want to put hands on one before trying to fix it in the field. Now you can fix it. It's not. Trust me on my apps. It's not hard at all to fix them. Do it the same way you would do any other appliance. You get it. Just go. You can go to there go Parts Town. Parts Town give you you can get the manual service manual from there, or just call up Turbo Chef. Turbo Chef, you can call. They got a great. It's on the commercial side. It's totally different than the residential side. You call up and you can talk to the engineer, and they'll send you everything you need. They'll be on the phone with you and help you out. You just got to make sure your skills are intact of being able to read schematics and being able to know how to put it into diagnostic modes and all that. But you can fix it. They're not hard, and it's not but a couple of parts in there. There's not but a couple of parts inside of it. So once you take that cover off, it's very you have to, just like a microwave. You're gonna have the door switches on there. You're gonna have a magnetron, everything. It's not hard at all. Believe it or not, none of these appliances are hard. To be honest with you, it just like what we have to do. We have to just slow down slow down with these. I see what's going on. Let me take this right here. I think that might be slowing it up a little bit. All right. Just have to slow it up and just realize it's not but like 4 or 5 components inside of the machine. And once you know what each component does, it's easy to figure out what is wrong. If somebody's I hope if he's listening today right now, it's not to make light of the question that they asked me today, but it's just I'm using a teaching moment. I had somebody call me today, a guy. He's been doing it for quite a while. But what throws a lot of you all off is that computer screen. Seeing that touch I don't know if it's the electronic control board or LED board. I don't know if it just does something to you all. I don't know what it is, but it still operate the same. If it has electronic control board or if it has analog. So what happened? Is they called me. They had a glass cooktop, and on on the glass cooktop, a lot of times on the analog ones, when you turn the oven on, when you turn the cooktop on the top, the burners, and once the burners reach a certain temperature, what will happen? You have a light that'll pop on and say warm. Tell you warm that so nobody put their hand on it. Well, what they use just a thermostat to open and close to turn that little light on. It's analog. So that in order for it to know that it's warm, there's no magic and no pixie dust that's telling it that it's warm. It's not rocket science. It got to be some device that measures temperature to let it know that the top is warm. So if it's analog, it's going to be a thermostat. A thermostat going to open or close when it gets to a certain temperature to let it know that, hey, this thing is warm. That's all it is. All right. So with that, once it cools down, the thermostat will either close or open up to let it know to turn it off. Well, because they got that control panel up there and they see it light up, they get scared. First thing they say, control board is bad. How you know the control board is bad? Well, he told me I unplugged it and let it stay unplugged all day, all last night. And when I came back and plugged it back in, the light came up and said it was warm. Okay, have you got your schematics yet? You got to get your schematics and read. If it's the control board, same thing. You got to have something because it can't. The control board is reading top is warm or something like that. He was showing me. I didn't read the schematics or anything. I ain't got time to go grab schematics and tell them exactly what's wrong. But I say more than likely, if it's a control board and it's reading that, it got the thermistor somewhere, and that the thermistor is telling it that the top is warm. So what you need to do, you need to get the service manual and go look at the thermistor and see what that is. Or it might even have a thermostat where the control board is, instead of reading the actual temperature, it might be looking for a signal coming back. So, but you got to get this. You got to get schematics and read it and figure out what's wrong. If it's the thermostat or the thermistor that's bad, it's one of the two. Either going to be a thermostat or a thermistor that's measuring that temperature, or the control board is reading it wrong. One of the two. And if you don't know how to do any of that, just order both parts. Because it can't be one or two of those parts. So it's simple. All of it is very simple. But what happened? Y'all get so nervous for some reason. Get so nervous about fixing the stuff that you I don't know that you get yourself y'all get yourself auto I don't know. It's kind of like playing a sport. If you so nervous and scared and all that, or somebody gonna hit the ball to you, the ball gonna get hit to you because you're nervous and scared. Same thing. If you so nervous and scared and don't want to take the jump shot when you open and stuff and think you're gonna miss, you're gonna keep missing it because you're gonna make yourself do that. Same thing. If you don't believe that you're gonna get any service calls, you don't believe your business is gonna grow, and you're not preparing yourself for your business to grow and stuff, it's not gonna grow. Because that you're gonna what a man think of this, that's what a man becomes. Whatever you think, that's what it's gonna become. And so you gotta whatchamacallit, get to a point where you're not nervous and stuff. And the only way you're gonna not be nervous, you're gonna have to actually get out here and actually get thoroughly immersed into the appliance repair business. And what I mean by that, every morning, in order to educate yourself on this, you got to be doing service calls and you got to be reading and studying. And how you read and study, you do the pregame and go to Appliancetology first thing in the morning. And if you ain't got no service call, just read, just go there onto the tech forum and just read the first 4 or 5 questions that some tech has asked. And just read the whole form for that 1 or 2 questions. Do that every morning, and you'll be surprised how doing that will make you a better technician. But just sitting around, not getting ready, and thinking something, and if you're not doing that part, and you think you're gonna the service call is gonna come your way, they're not gonna come, because the universe or God, whichever one y'all want to call, is not gonna allow it to come your way because you're not prepared. And then when it does come your way, it's gonna you're not gonna be able to take advantage of the situation. Kind of like the guy. I don't care too much about the sports and stuff now, but I have been watching kind of Shador and the Cleveland Browns and stuff. And you saw, here it is, he not getting any reps and stuff. I'm kind of like you all, hollering, why I'm not getting no service calls. I can't get no calls and this and that. He wasn't getting no reps, but he wasn't just standing there complaining because he wasn't getting no reps. Whoever he could find that would catch the balls with him, that's who he threw with. The water boy, whoever people complaining, he throwing balls with the water boys and line judge, whoever he can find who want to run some routes and help him out. And then once he got a chance to get in that Sunday, hey, he was able to shine and do his thing. But the same thing with you. Even though you're not getting service calls right now and stuff, you need to be there to get yourself thoroughly immersed into the appliance repair field, reading those forms and stuff, and see how they answered it, and see how those technicians, the technicians go in detail how they actually were testing stuff and this that. Start doing that, and you'll be good. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the warranty company now won't flat. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the warranty companies now want flat rate calls. Don't want to negotiate anymore. Trying to pump up my COD. No, they can't tell you how to charge for your company. No, so I have no problems getting what I want. And like I say, I'm not trying to be preferred vendor. Most of the time when they call me, they can't find nobody else to do it. They give me a credit card over the phone. If it's one that we currently don't do, like American Home Shield, we have no problem getting American Home Shield. Now, from time to time, do they slow down and start sending you calls? Yeah, they're going to slow down because somebody will come in there and say, hey, I'll do them for $120 a pop. And they'll go do them. They're fine. No, matter of fact, my nephew told me that last week. Hey, you talk to American Home Shield, they haven't been given anything. Nah, maybe somebody done picked in. But because we know the math and know that you can't sustain doing that, they'll do it for a while, but then they'll go broke, and then they'll be coming right back to you. Or they'll you get to a point where you know the cooking season coming. refrigerators coming. If they're going to come back, you don't have to take. You don't have to. You don't have to take that. Take that. That flat rate thing. You don't have to take it. So it's kind of like a lady called me the other day, um, and wanted some ice cream, and for an event that she was going to do. She was. And I told her it's $400 for us to come out. $400. I can't afford that. Okay. Well, you can come buy some ice cream, and you can come buy it, and I got little half-gallon containers. You can get the half-gallon containers. You scoop it yourself. How much are those? They $15 a piece. That cost me. She wanted to get three of them. That cost me $45. Yeah, it will. That's too much. I ain't planning to spend that much for the ice cream. Well, you go to Walmart and get what you need down there. But this is what I charge. For mine. No, you just go to Walmart. I can't go to Roof Chris and tell Roof Chris, man, Golden Corral said that I can get all I want for $20. All the steak I want. Why are you gonna charge me $50? No, go to Golden Corral. Just you can't. What I'm giving and what I charge is what I give and what I charge. Okay, let's see. Okay, MacArthur Moore. I have situations where I can't get the machine to go into diagnostic mode. Let's read that. I'm going to read this one right here. Uh, Come back up there. MacArthur Moore say he has situations where he can't get the machine to go into diagnostic mode. Sometimes I have problems, especially the ones that has like the little heat, uh, that washing machine, where it's not a whatchamacallit. It's just like a panel, and it use the heat from your fingertips and stuff to go. It's no because my fingertips are so beat up and stuff from work, and they so hard and stuff. It's almost like I got insulation of leather on my hands, so I can't. It doesn't work well for me. But I found out if I take a stylus, one of those little stylus they use for your cell phone, if I take that and put it on there, it'll work. And the reason why you learn these little tricks like that is doing what I just told you, reading the service, reading the forums where other people have had the same problem, and they can tell you how they worked around it. Then some of them just requires you to slow down a little bit and read the instruction. As Dr. Rankin used to say when I was at North Carolina A&T, TP, read the paper. Yeah, sometimes rushing through and not reading the paper will cause and you missing a step, or you're not doing something exactly the way they told you will cause you problems too. But yeah, you do that. Uh, Read those forms so you can see how other people have ran into some of those same problems, how they got around it. That's how I figure out. I keep me a stylus specifically for control panels that what called that have heat, because my finger they just doesn't work. So you keep that, and like I say, also just slow down and just make sure you're following it correctly. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to read. It's written by somebody in Korea, doesn't speak the English language that well, and doesn't translate as well as what they're trying to say. But if you slow down, you can get it. You can get it. All right. Oh, come on. I don't know if it's Tom Warner or what. But It is, well, Spectrum now, but this internet is crazy. And it was doing it at the shop also earlier. Okay. Uncle Mike, are you back every week? I know you got tired of this, but at least 20 minutes each week for the newer folks coming in would be great. Yeah, I'm getting back to trying to get in every week. It might be a little later in the night, like I'm doing now, because, like I say, in the afternoons, I try to run 2 or 3 stops in the afternoon when I get done through in the afternoon. So it'll be a little later, but yeah, I'm trying to get back in. All right. Okay. Come on, computer. Talking about getting in diagnostic mode, getting this stuff to work well on StreamYard. Okay. Michael Manuel. Why are Samsung refrigerators so hard to diagnose? Come on back here. So hard to diagnose. Uh, I have the most problems with them. Most of the time, I can't get them into diagnostic mode, and their tech sheet literature is garbage. There you go. It's a tech sheet stuff. They're not really that hard to diagnose. A refrigerator. Remember, with a refrigerator, you want to if it's a no cool, you want to check and make sure that the evaporator fan is turning. Checking to make sure that the condenser fan is turning, checking to make sure that the compressor's on. If all three of those things are working fine, then you go look at the evaporator coil and look at the frost pattern, and that'll tell you exactly what's wrong with the refrigerator. Once you do that, if the evaporator fan ain't turning, you got bad evaporator fan. That's the reason why. Condenser fan ain't turning, and you got voltage to it. Bad condenser fan. If the compressor isn't running, you either and you got power going there, you might have a bad starting device, or you could have a bad compressor. That's simple. If you go look at the frost pattern, if it's totally caked up with frost, you got a defrosting problem. If you got frost halfway up on a small part of it, you got a seal system problem. So that's simple as it is. The other stuff, is components. If the water, if not getting water in the door, you're gonna check your water inlet valve, and you're gonna check the filter, check your filter housing, filter head. If it's the OG refrigerator, the door might be on. It might be frozen in the door, but just simple stuff. Ice maker, water inlet valve, ice maker. That's those components you just pull off. So it's like I say, you gotta learn the theory of how the appliances work and what each component does, and it's simple and easy to go fix it. You know, uh, the refrigerators, like the Samsungs and LG, they're not hard to fix. I just hate all the stuff you got to take off to fix them. No, if you're gonna say it's too time consuming disassembling it, yeah, I agree with that. I don't like them. I hate the French doors where you got to pull the bottom drawer out because they stack so, and I hate those Samsungs and LGs because they so big and people just stack so much stuff in them. It take you 30 minutes just to take the stuff out just to get to the back panel. And Lord knows if you got to take that bottom drawer out, and if you got the one that got the three drawer, got a drawer on top and a drawer at the bottom, it's just too much to get to stuff. But figuring out what the problem is not a problem. But disassembling it drives me crazy. Uh, Elijah said that is true. Okay. All right. A man advice. Said don't be a man advice. Uh, don't be that $99 guy. Yeah, don't be the $99 guy. No, it's kind of like I look at it kind of like like these people get into the music industry. Everybody tell people all the time, everybody done told all these people all the time, these rappers and stuff, don't go into that industry and then sell your masters and blah blah, because you sticking yourself. And but every day people line up to do it because I just need the money. I just want to get started. I need the money. But same thing, we tell you all, don't go there taking no flat rate, uh, 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 and whatnot. And you go, but y'all still go do it, still go do it, and then complain about it later. But yeah, I told you what to charge. That's what you charge. Okay, what this one say? Uh, let's see what he has there. Okay, Micah. So I pulled off. He said he pulled off his. I'm gonna read these next two. Then I'm getting out of here. Michael said he pulled off his oven door and he wants to put it back on before his mom get home. I don't think that's my son, Michael. That I don't know who that is. But what you need to do, get the find the model number of your. Okay, Mika. Mika. So I pulled off my wall oven door. Now I've been trying to attach it back in before my mom comes home. All right. So what you need to do, get the service manual. You'll see the model number on there, and get the service manual on it, and it'll tell how the actual oven door comes on and off. I don't know which one it is. If it has like a clip on it, or if it has the ones we got. You have some of them. You got a little clip that you pull down and go. Some of them, it has a pin that you stick into it. You get it halfway pin and go. But it'll tell you how to assemble and how to put the door on and off. So do that, or just go to YouTube and type in your model number or pool oven door that you have, and I'm pretty sure there's a video on there how to take it off. All right, this is my last one, and I'm getting out of here. My house. There's no fridge worse than the KitchenAid 5-door refrigerator. You have to say you got to disassemble the whole thing to get to the evaporator fan and thermistor. Yeah, I just hate having to do all that disassembling of that thing. The other day I had to do the all-in-one, the GE all-in-one for the daggone washer and dryer. Had to put a door boot on it. Oh, I didn't like that. Too many screws and stuff that take on and off. And I think now they're putting more screws and stuff on to try to discourage you from working on them.